Good morning, my dear friends. Today's our program is about social health development. Social health is equally important as our mental health and physical health. There is a lot to listen, a lot to talk about mental health and physical health, but is less spoken on the social health development. So today we'll talk about it, social health development, and in our next program we'll talk about what are the benefits of social health development. So let's start right away. Strong community network. In the social health development, community plays vital role. We all need the connectivity. We all need the support system. And this support system basically start from our family and then extend to the community. As stronger the community network, so great the social health. Mental health awareness. When we are working on the social health development, it's important to know about the people's mental health and especially our own mental health. We should be aware of it. So the next steps can be taken. Social inclusion. There should be equal opportunities for everyone. No discrimination on the religious basis, language basis, or color basis. Social inclusion develops the social health. Work life balance. My dear friends, we see that a lot of friends, a lot of people around us, they are that much busy in their professional lives that they don't have time for the family. So, this balance is needed for the social health development. It has to be balanced because you have the one part done more than it is required while the other part is ignored. You are no one for the family, you are no one for the society. So it is important to have the work life balance. Conflict resolution training. When we talk about the social health, it has to be learned that how the different kind of conflicts, disputes, different kinds of such issues can be resolved, and that is possible when we are having good social health, when we are having good connectivity, when we sit among the communities, when we know our communities. So this thing becomes quite easier. Even I say, when I visit different Asian countries, Asian parts, so one beautiful thing I see, that in the areas mostly people know each other. So even the conflict starts, it ends because people have the somehow kind of tolerance level, they have the respect level, they have a thing in mind that they know the people not directly then indirectly through their communities, through their relatives, through their friends. Support for the elderly. My dear friends, wherever the elderly people are being respected, are being taken care, you can understand that that is a society where social health is at the good position. So there's need to be worked on it. Youth empowerment programs. There is need to develop the youth empowerment programs where youth can take the responsibility, where youth can be engaged, where youth can be taught, where youth can be trained that it is their responsibility to build a society. They may have a lot of complaints, like we listen, they say this is not being done, this is not being done, it should have been done in this way. So they should be empowered so they can do the way they really want to do, and at least their empowerment can bring the betterment to the society, innovation to the society, creativity to the society, and the new blood to the society. Promoting volunteerism. My dear friends, in the society there are different kind of people living. There are some of very rich people financially, some are, we call them, middle class, and some are below the middle class. They are hardly surviving their lives. So when there is volunteerism, things can be done differently. Volunteers can identify the deserving families, they can see the need of health for different communities, they can see, they can teach the people about cleanliness and so on. So, volunteers from different communities together can play a vital role. Family strengthening initiatives. In this busy life, in this digital life, in this new era, family bonds are getting weaker. There is need to develop the family bonds where people can at least be help for each other, strength for each other in the time of needs. Social support system. My dear friends, there are developed countries where a social support system available, provided by the government, but there are the developing countries where there is no social support system. Here, I would say that those countries where there is no proper social support system, there is need of communities to take the responsibility, come forward and see how they can develop it, how they can identify it, and how together they can become the support system for the people around. Civic engagement and leadership. My dear friends, society has obligation on us. We have the responsibility of society too, beside whatever the profession we are engaged to. And we have to respond to the society, because if we will be knowing our civic responsibilities, so then we will be seeing that how we have to contribute. And many times in these responsibilities, we have to become the leader. We have to show the leadership qualities we have learned, we have earned throughout our professions and careers. Disaster preparedness and response. My dear friend, mostly we depend on the organizations, we depend on the government for such kind of situations. But I will say that there is need at the civic level, at the civil level, at the communities level, that people should be prepared in such kind of conditions, that before the governments respond, they can respond, because they are the first one who are present around before any emergency aid or emergency support comes from the government organizations. Digital literacy and online safety, very important topic nowadays, where we are talking about social development. We see that people are sitting around together and using their mobiles, they are using their laptops, they are using their iPads. No one is talking to each other. So it has to be understood, it has to be realized that we have to have some of the time where we should be making these gadgets limited, and we have to have it so a stronger bond can be developed. Excuse me. Gender equality initiatives. My dear friends, a social bond, social development, social health cannot be developed without bringing gender equality, because society stands on the gender, and this equality brings the harmony, this equality brings the sense of responsibility, this equality brings the sense of leadership. So we need to work on it, that as better the gender equality, so the better our social health. Environmental stability. My dear friends, as much it is the responsibility of different environmental organizations, government organizations, non-government organizations, so it is the duty of us too, that we should be taking it as a responsibility which can really directly affect our social health, our mental health, our physical health. And it can be done by taking small initiatives like plantation, cleanliness, avoiding such kind of things can really disturb our environment, make it polluted. Access to recreation and cultural activities. My dear friends, when we are into developing social health, so there are a lot of initiatives can be taken, but one initiative that can really be taken at the earliest, at the quickest, is the recreation, because this is the place where people gather. This is the place where people get more chance to have the inclusion. In through the recreation, families meet. Through the recreation, children, have the better bonding with the society, with the other children. Same way, the seniors, elders, family heads, they get a chance to sit together, talk to each other, have the recreative activities. And this is something really great for the social health, because people from different walks of life, someone is from the health department, other one is from the you know from the engineering department, the third one may be from the bureaucracy, fourth one can be an engineer, a construction person, another person he can be a social scientist. So different people, they get together and they meet each other, and a bonding develops that helps our that social development. My dear friends, humans are very special, and they are always incomplete without their social development. Social development is your strength. Social development is an asset. Social development is something very important. But today we try to understand it, that how we can call it social health development, because it is something directly, it directly affects our health. And that's why we named it social health. And we have to understand it by implementing the things we learn today, that how we can improve our social health. My dear friends, if you feel like that our videos are adding up some value to your lives, they are really good to you, do share with your friends, with your those friends who really want to learn and grow, those friends who really are sometimes stuck in their lives and they want to come out. Thank you very much to you all. See you in the next episode. Good day.